I love things that make me happy, and I love talking about those things to other people. And if by extension it makes you happy as well, I think I did what I needed to do. No, everybody know me. Everybody knows that I love Carnival. Zine. And I have been to many countries, well, not many countries, a few countries. I've been to Carnival in its infancy in some places. I've joined on in other places when they have established themselves. And of course, I will try carnivals in other areas as well. I moved to Bermuda in 2015, and in 2015 was when they were first having their very first carnival. Bermuda Heroes Weekend, I remember it. There was Five Star Friday. There was the parade that happened in Dockyard. It was an amazing time. It was an exciting time. And to be a part of a carnival in its infancy, in its first stage, when all of the logistics were being worked out, and see how hard those guys made sure that the experience was true, big up on yourself, right? There were a lot of glitches that happened along the way, and Mega just bypassed them. There was a lot. COVID and the whole works. And here we are in 2025. Now, I don't think we'll officially say this is Bermuda's 10th year of Carnival, because I think COVID took 2 of those years away. But something was very special, was very different about this Bermuda Carnival for me. Very much so. I could feel it in the air. I could feel more of an acceptance of what Carnival is. And while Carnival is not truly a cultural experience in Bermuda because they don't have the history with it, there are a few points that bridges the gap between Bermuda and the Caribbean, because they're mid-Atlantic. And so a lot of the things for us don't translate for them. But I see similarities in them that we have, and it's just a beauty to watch. For example, the gumbays in Bermuda is the same thing we call John Cuno in Jamaica. Then you have the Spanish-speaking Caribbean countries who might have another name for them, but they are all celebrating Black culture. And in the Caribbean, we display many of our similarities through Carnival, okay? It's not necessarily a cultural thing, but Carnival is commonplace where all of us meld together, feel the spirit together, have fun together, enjoy each other together. No matter how you vex with somebody, when you come on to Carnival, you and them good, and you go back to vex the next day, right? So here's my reflection. Last week, Thursday this time, I was at work, very stressed out, reminding myself that, girl, you have a flight for catching at 2 hours. You are literally going to your happy place. And let me tell you, from the moment I landed in Bermuda, it did not disappoint me. I got in Thursday night. I got in pretty late. I didn't do any of the Thursday night fets. I'm like, okay, girl, pace yourself. You have time. You have fets. You'll be okay. The fear of missing out, I have to do this every time. Okay, cool. Friday, there was one fet that I really liked that I didn't get to do either, but still coaching myself through it. We okay. We still have lots of fets to do. I went to We Love Dancehall. It's not a carnival party, but Bermuda is a melting pot of cultures, and it's a whole holiday weekend. A lot of people are saying, well, We Love Dancehall is not carnival, so why is it kept on carnival weekend? But to be honest, why would they not try to capitalize on the crowds and the tourists that come in? And sometimes some people like a little break from the carnival music just to kind of break it up a little bit. So We Love Dancehall provided that for them. And also, they can do whatever the hell they want if they have permission to do it. It's not a big deal. You can also not go if it's not your thing. And then I went to Swizzle at sunrise on Saturday morning, because We Love Dancehall ended like 2 a.m. and then Swizzle started at like 3 a.m. But I didn't get there until like 6 a.m. because the doll is not a security guard. I'm not open the gate. Plus, I'm a bit tired. So I went to Swizzle at sunrise. It was an amazing, amazing fete. The food was food. Your stomach don't really know how food tastes, so yeah. But the drinks were flowing. The Hennessy's and the Patrons that I drank, I have to ask for forgiveness from the Johnny Walker gods, because Johnny, when we have a conversation, almost finished by the way, them never have you there. So it's not that I was cheating on you, it's just that you never did it, baby. We still love you. We are still together. But I had Hennessy and I had Patron there, and I ended up with a whirlwind of a headache. Anyways, had a good time there, partied with my friends. And the one thing I liked about Swizzle, there was no line of demarcation between. So there was a VIP and there was a general, but you really couldn't tell that there was. As a matter of fact, one thing I realized with Bermuda that I really love, you can separate yourself for as much as you feel like, but Bermudians are going to show you. They're going to show up and show out all the time. If me a general VIP, now gonna feel more VIP than me. That is their mantra, and I love it. So, and also, they're also very friendly people. So people in VIP are not snotty nose, turning up their nose Bermudians. They're outside in general having fun. We got into VIP as well, so it was okay. The performances were by Nyla. Nyla did an excellent job. Lady Lava spoke a little bit too much during her set. We really were kind of hyped and wanted to hear the music, but she did a lovely performance as well. Managa Nakar, the fluffy freak, Queen of Freaks, she did her thing. Plus, she's also new. We have to give her time to grow. She'll get into the feel of performing the more she performs. And Nova provided a platform for her to do that. I'm very happy for her. All right. Never did any other parties on Saturday evening because I needed to rest. Because with my own calcium deficient bones, I decided that I wanted to do 4 parties on Sunday. Speaking of calcium, I'm going to take my collagen vitamins because my left knee still hurt me. Anywho, Sunday morning comes around. My friend Charlene, she was only going to be able to do Weta with me. So Weta started at 9. She wanted to go for 9. Mr. Charlene is not a security guard. I don't open gate, but in a little till around 11 o'clock anyway. So let's aim for that time. With a little bit of negotiation, I was able to convince her to get there for that time. Man, we had a time at that party. Weta, I tell people, I have 5 parties that are a must do for Bermuda Carnival. Evolve, Swizzle, Weta, never disappoints. Those are 3 of the 5. I'm not going to rank them, but those are 3 of the 5. And so it wasn't a drink inclusive as it normally was, but then I was around people who had VIP bands, so you know the doll was just like a pig in mud with our Johnny Walker. That party actually had Johnny Walker, so I had fun. Loads of fun. But I ended at about 3, and then it was time to prepare myself for Glow. Glow is 4 in the 5. Glow is one of those parties that are a little bit more bougie, but it's food inclusive, drink inclusive. It gives you the vibe because also it's an all-white party. You want to look your glamorous best while enjoying the carnival music, while enjoying the nice food, while enjoying the drinks, everything. And so Glow provides that for you. So I went to Glow. When Glow was finished, I didn't go home and change. I hopped over to Pure because Pure was just across the way, and Pure was also an all-white party. Young Brother came and he performed. A lot of people at Pure are also the crowd that would go to dancehall parties. So I don't know that Young Brother got the appreciation that he really deserved, but I was vibing to him. I love me some You Are the Greatest Benova. Yes, so I love that. Plus I was following Young Brother from COVID days when he was just in his house making music, so to see how much he's transcended all of that is an amazing thing to watch. This just shows you that you need to have stick-to-itiveness even when people don't understand what you're doing, even when it don't make sense to nobody. You just need to continue doing it. You just need to continue doing it. It don't have to make no sense to nobody but you. But trust me, after a while with the repetition, people are gonna catch on. Yeah. So he performed. I had a good time there. I did have to switch out my wedge heels with my friend Deidre before I went there though, because the doll foot them collagen murder for Samantha. Anywho's, Pure was party number 3. Heading into Monday morning now, we had Juve. There ain't no way I was going to miss Juve because Juve is my number 5 of the top 5. So we have Evolve, we have Swizzle, we have Weta, we have Glow, we have Juve. Now hear me out. I have been to at least 6 countries' versions of a Juve. I've played in Trinidad multiple times, played in Jamaica multiple times, did Miami Carnival's Juve. I've done it in Atlanta. I've done Bermuda. Oh, well, 5 countries. Bermuda has a top tier Juve experience. It is probably my favorite Juve now that I say it. Everything about it is just beautiful. Starting off in Bernard's Park, amazing. You have space, you can move around. The front of the stage becomes like a mosh pit. Everything that's a wet paint powder, that is the epicenter of it all. You walk away towards the back, you have the food area, you have the drink area, you have the paint station. It is so very well coordinated, right? And this year, Metal said the budget dash out on the paint because the paint was so thick. I'm going to insert one picture for showing how thick the paint was. The paint was so thick, I kept saying to myself, I really hope this is washable paint because I have to go road march in a few. I'm going to want to struggle for wash off this paint. But there was also that. It was very thick, but it was also so easy to get off. So I was very, very happy for that. The Juve experience was great. I got there late. So by the time I got there, even though it was food inclusive, not much never left except some vegetable patty. And I did eat the vegetable patty, even though I don't like vegetable patty. Because in a similar fashion to the food that was at Swizzle at Sunrise, your stomach really don't know how food tastes. And when you've been drinking for 4 days straight, you just kind of gobble down whatever is there for you to eat. All right. And then I went straight from Juve, went home, washed off the paint, and went straight to my friend Alafia to get my makeup done because she had to fly out. And I didn't want to oversleep and make her late or me late to get to her. Got there, drop asleep in the chair, buck 2 times, she finished my makeup. I went home at about 10:30. Got into bed because I decided I have to get at least 2 hours of sleep before I touch road. Excuse me, the parade was not going to start until 12 p.m. anyways, and I wasn't really trying to go there. I know the security. I said this millions of times. So I went, got some rest. I didn't get up until like 2 p.m. My friend Deidre messaged me like, wake up, you need to get up right now. I was like, girl, say less. My makeup already done. It's not like me have to do my ear. I just need to boom bang, wash my cooch, wash my arm, spray perfume, put on a little costume, make sure my skin shimmery and nice, and head out, right? And that's exactly what I did. I got to the parade at about 3 o'clock. So by the time we got there, they were at the lunch stop, which is perfectly fine because that's a good space to catch them. Especially since I wasn't eating a lot, I got to have some lunch there. Lunch was super amazing. It was spring rolls. It was fish nuggets, and there was a festival in it. The festival was freshly made. The spring rolls and the fish nuggets were frozen, refried. I'm not even sprinkle like a salt on it, but stomach no food taste. Did the road march. Kevin Crown and Rigo Suave were on the road with Rusty G, DJ Maestro, Firewayne perform, Ale perform, Panaflex perform. It was amazing to see the inclusion of Bermuda culture in it, especially because it's not a true, Bermuda doesn't have a true carnival culture, but adding those performers, having the DJs, because Rusty G is top tier, Maestro, top tier. We're not gonna even go around that. But having them there made the experience even more so pleasant, and I loved that. Black Watch Pass, amazing energy when you get to that area heading back to Bernard's Park. Once we got past Blackwatch Pass and head back to Bernard's Park, they had a sequestered area for the revelers to get in. So with your armband, you got in, you got supper. Supper was really good. Where lunch was lacking, they put the effort into supper. There was rice and peas, or peas and rice as them call it. There was macaroni and cheese. There was a pasta stations with different styles of pasta. There was barbecue chicken. There was a jerk chicken station doing freshly jerked chicken. Love that. There was Ashley's lemonade in there if you wanted a little dessert. There was Dandy Donuts there. I think I may be missing some people, but those were the ones that clearly comes to mind right now. The DJs were playing in their booth. There was a bar there as well, and everything was just easily accessible. Like, you weren't in a line for very long, and it was an amazing experience. I didn't do any of the after parties because, to be honest with you, by the time we finished everything what happened in that little stretch of time, I had no energy left. There are some takeaways that I have. Like, for one, I will be trying new parties the next time I go, because rave with Bungie and Admiralty House in the water, not missing me again. Not missing me. Alright, so that was Bermuda Carnival for me in a small nutshell. I mean, I cannot clearly convey to you the vibe in the moment. I was so relaxed. I was so happy. I was at peace. I saw all of my friends. Everybody embraced me. Even people who I just knew in passing were just embracing me because they saw me and they thought I was back permanently. And it really did feel like I was seeing family, to be honest with you. And that was amazing for me. I cried real tears. Real tears. Trust me. But let me say this as well. Some of the takeaways I have, or at least things I reflect on with this carnival in Bermuda, is that I enjoy carnival for what it is. I never go into somebody's culture and try to tell them how to do what they're doing. I'd rather just experience it the way you see it. You know, if something doesn't jive with me, then I'll choose not to participate, and that is okay. But what I want for Bermuda to do is, Bermuda this year was one carnival where I saw the potential of what it could be. Like, if there was ever a doubt for carnivals before, this was not one of them. But you have to include yourselves more. You have to include yourselves more. You know, sometimes it's us thinking that we need to be invited into a space, or the government needs to make more space for us to participate. Not necessarily. Sometimes we have to kick down doors and step through doors that were initially not for us to get where we want to be. For example, there are a lot of things that are truly Bermudian and they were missing. Like, I know Bermuda is not the hustle, struggle mentality kind of a country, but where were the persons selling Bermuda branded merch? There were so many tourists there. We never all wanted to go to Flying Colors to buy. You have so many talented artists there. Somebody could have made 50 to 100 flag, 50 to 100 pieces of Bermuda long-tail birds. You know, the Bermuda parrotfish, the murals of the beaches, just something that people could take home as souvenirs that they don't necessarily have to go into a shop for. You know what I mean? All these parties, right, are being held. You have all of these small business owners who have restaurants. Like, I have been to parties where there were chicken and waffles, and I would have much rather to have a fish sandwich. You don't have to make it big and bulky like how you always do it. Make a slider sandwich, or make a fish and a bun, or make a square bread sandwich and cut it in a quarters and make people have it as hors d'oeuvres. Them have them tartar sauce and cold slap on the side so that them can have a true Bermudian experience. With the Bermuda branded snow cone them, you know. Goslings, which partner there for provide rum sizzle for everybody? You know, small man who make the rum swizzle. Why you not talk to these people who are putting on these parties so that y'all can come there as a vendor and offer your wares, offer your rum swizzle. When the fete done and you drink all that liquor, normally in Jamaica you will have some soup man out the road that sell chicken soup. In Trinidad you have the corn soup man. Which part of the fish chowder man did they? Where the little soup pot with the fish chowder there after the fete so we could have something for catch up with stomach. You see what I mean? Because trust me, you see, even at parties where there were Johnny Walker from, so it was available, I would have had that just to have the true Bermudian experience. That's what people were coming there for, anyways. They want the true Bermuda experience. So I think, like, and I don't have enough of a following to say I'm reaching the masses, because you know, I just the little 70 plus a uno who they on my WhatsApp, the little 100 plus a uno who they on my YouTube, and the little 900, almost 1,000 of you that are on my TikTok who I'm actually talking to, and majority of you are not from Bermuda, so maybe it don't even translate over there as well. But I feel like in as much as Carnival is not culturally Bermudan, infusing Bermudian culture into Bermuda's Carnival would be an amazing thing. It would be selling brand Bermuda without even trying, without even having to put a big budget out there. And sometimes it takes us small people, the small business owners, to step out on a wing and a prayer, make the jump and see where you land. Because the thing is, you're not going to lose. You're going to learn, and next time you come back even better. And who knows, partnerships like those may be things that people are willing to try. The first year you might not make no money from it, but the word is going to be out there about you. You understand what I mean? And so I don't know that I have much else to say. What I will say was that I had the most enjoyable experience last week. I'm come back 2 shades darker. The doll is almost chocolate, and I love that for me. Anybody who knows me knows that I wish I was darker skinned. Yeah, the little Jewish infusion in my family kind of make it in a them platter, but you know, yeah, we get 2 shades darker, and I love this for me. I love the experience. Thank you, Bermuda, for always treating me like family. I can't wait to come back. I can't wait to see my friends again, and you can come visit me too, bad to bad. But anyway, guys, I chose to use it to reflect on a carnival I just went to. Hopefully, if you have some time for yourself today, you can use it to reflect on the beauty of everything cultural, everything that makes us who we are, everything black. I thank you. Goodbye.